I'll share my screen first. So I think, is this visible? Okay. We just started with this application of the stacks, and the one application actually we completed. I'll show you these. See, these are the 6 applications we have listed actually, but we completed the expression evaluation. This complete application we have just completed, and expression conversion. That application have the 6 conversions. So one conversion I just completed. So infix to postfix, that conversion I completed, and the second the application expression evaluation, that also we have completed. So from the first the application, only one conversion we completed, rest 5 just today I just try to complete it. Okay. So whatever is the first expression conversion, that is the most important for the next. And if you understood this expression evaluation, so that same the algorithm or same steps I'm applying for the rest 4, right? So I'll just show you in short. These already I just told you, these are the 3 expression: infix, postfix, and prefix, and these are the priorities. And this algorithm is for the infix to postfix. Already I told you. So in short, how this algorithm works. So if suppose that opening brace is there and operand is there, then simply you just insert these two into the output string. Only that condition is where if you are getting the operator, you can see here, if operator is there, then we need to compare that operator with the top of the stack, and accordingly we need to pop and add it to the output string, right? And if suppose that closing brace is there, then pop all the operators from the stack till you get the opening brace, right? So only these 3 steps are most important. Then finally, whatever the postfix expression that you need to print it, right? So this algorithm is important. We have seen the one example with this also. Right? These 2 examples we have seen, and expression conversion, sorry, evaluation. So according to these, we need to perform the evaluation, and we insert or push that result into the stack accordingly, right? So these example I just shown you, only that first example I just solved here. This I just show you again. So this example we have completed in last lecture, right? So I'm just repeating this one because whatever these two the methods we have seen, so these we are taking in the next slides, right? So you can see here this one, right? So this is the result. And this, as I said, this is for the homework. You can try it at your home, right? So this is the kind of revision we can say whatever I have just taken in the last lecture. Now we'll just go for the next one and just continue this, the applications of stack. So first one completed infix to postfix. Now next conversion is infix to prefix, right? So here, if you understood that infix to postfix, then same algorithm we are just applying here. That's why I'm not showing the same algorithm PPT here. Simply I just tell you the steps over here, and I have taken one example, this example, so that you will understand it, right? So what we are doing, suppose that uh, infix expression is given, then what would be the first step? Whatever is the infix string, that you need to reverse it. You can see here that first step is you just reverse that infix expression. Then while reversing, make every opening brace as a closing brace and every closing brace as a opening brace. This one. And this third step is what? Whatever the algorithm I just told you from infix to postfix, that same algorithm you just apply for the reversed string. So convert modified expression to postfix form. Use algorithm for postfix conversion. So this third step means what? Whatever the algorithm we have seen for infix to postfix, that same algorithm we just use here. And whatever the result we are getting with this algorithm, again we are reversing that result. Reverse the postfix expression, right? So these are the steps. I'll just show you the one example. You can see here one example I have taken here. Just taken one infix expression, that is a plus opening brace b minus c and then closing brace. What are the steps? So this is the infix expression. Now steps are what? Reverse this infix expression and just make this opening brace as closing and closing as a opening. So you can see here, this is the infix expression and I'm just reverting this infix expression. How? See, reversing means whatever the last, that will become the first. So what is the last character? So here that last character is the closing brace. So I am just making that as a opening brace. Then C, then minus, then B, and this is the opening brace. So I am just making this as a closing brace. Then plus, then B, and at the end I am putting the hash, right? Now, whatever is this reverted string, that I am considering as an input string for the infix to postfix algorithm. Whatever the infix to postfix algorithm we have seen in last lecture, for that same algorithm, I am just putting this as an input string. Now this as an input string. Now let me see how that will be converted. You can see here, this as an input string. Now what our algorithm is saying, if the opening brace is there, then put that into the stack. Now opening brace is there, so insert that into the stack. This is a reading character, that first reading character is opening brace. So that insert that opening brace into the stack. Now go for the next character. That next character is a C, that is operand. So if operand is there, then what we do? Simply push that operand into the output string. So you can see here, C is the operand and simply we are putting that into the output string. You can see here, right? Now, next is a minus, that is a operator. So if operator is there, then we need to compare this operator with the top of the string. Now, there is no any operator actually, and this is having less priority. So we can see, simply insert that minus into the stack. So you can see here. So we just inserted that minus into the stack. Now go for the next character, that is a B. B is an operand, so simply insert that operand into this output string. So after the C, that B would be. So you can see here that B, right? Now the closing brace. Now see, when you get the closing brace, so pop all the elements from the stack and add these elements or these operators to the output string and discard the opening brace. So you can see here, this has a closing brace. When we just get that closing brace, so pop all these operators from the stack. So here now single operator is there. So just pop it, add it to the output string and discard this one. So you can see here, this one. When you get the closing brace, pop all the element till you get this opening brace and add it to the output string. So you can see here, we just pop this minus and add it to the output string here, right? Now next is a plus. Plus is an operator. Again, you just insert that operator into stack. You can see here that operator plus we just inserted into the stack, right? Now next is a A. A is an operand. So simply insert or push that A into the output string. So you can see here C, B minus A, that is been added to the output string. Now next is a hash. Hash means we are just considering here that is the end of string. So pop all these elements from the stack when you just get this hash and add these to the output string. You can see here. So C, B minus A plus, this is the postfix expression. You can see here. This was the infix expression. This is a reverted that we consider as an input. Now with this, we just converted this to the postfix form. and whatever is this postfix expression we got with this, so revert it again. So after reverting, that expression would be plus a minus bc. So this is the infix expression. You can see here. So plus a minus bc. So this is the infix expression. So have you understood this? Infix to prefix. What we can do in prefix? First revert that infix expression and then apply whatever is the infix to postfix expression conversion algorithm here, and whatever the postfix expression string, that at the end you just revert it, and whatever is that reverted string, that would be the prefix expression. You understood this? So this is very simple one. You can see here. So first conversion we have seen, that is infix to postfix. Second we have seen infix to prefix, right? Now infix is a input string and both conversion we have seen. Now we'll just go for the next conversion. So that conversion is, you can, these are the example you can take for the homework we can say, or for the practice you can consider this. Now here the postfix to infix. Now see, in last two conversions we have seen that infix as a input string. Now here what we are doing, we are treating that postfix as a input string and we are converting that postfix expression to the infix expression, right? Now here, see, whatever the evaluation algorithm we have seen, that same algorithm is there. Read that string, and if operand is there, insert that into stack. If operator is there, then pop top two elements. So operand 1, operand 2, and accordingly you just perform it. Operand 2 character operand 1. And again push that the inputs infix string back to this time, right? And if postfix expression is not over, then go for the step 1. Otherwise you can pop the element from the stack and display that string, right? So whatever is the expression conversion algorithm we have seen, that same algorithm we are just taking over here for the postfix to infix conversion. So only one algorithm I'll just tell you, and the rest are same. You can see here, these are the examples we can say for the postfix expression. So all these are the postfix expression you can see here. And one example, I'll just tell you how to convert that postfix to infix, right? So you can see here what I'm doing here. So whatever is the first one, a b plus c minus, that I am just taking here. So you can see, read it from left to right, right? So reading character is a. So a is a operand. So push that operand into the stack. So I just inserted that a into the stack. Now go for the next reading character, that is a b. B is again operand. So same thing, you can repeat it. Push that b into the stack. You can see here, right? Now next one is the plus operator. So plus is what? That is operator. So what we can do here, if operator is there, then pop top two element from the stack and perform the operation, or you prepare that string accordingly. So as we are just converting this to postfix to infix, so pop these top two elements. This is operand 1, this is operand 2. So operand 1 is operator than operand. You can see here. If you see, so this is operand 1, this is operand 2. So pop top two element, that is operand 1 is B, operand 2 is A, and perform this result like operand 2 plus operand 1, because that reading character is a plus. So that's why we are keeping that the reading character, that plus, in between this operand 2 and operand 1. So that operand 2 is A, this is operator, that reading character, that is a plus, and this is a operand 1. And again, whatever is this result, we are pushing that back to the stack. You can say push A plus B back to the stack. Now you can see here, A plus B, you can push that A plus B back to the stack. So now whatever the top element, that top element is A plus B. Now see here, A is a single element here, B is a single element. Now whatever this we are seeing here, so A plus B, this we are considering as a single element, not three elements, huh? Because A plus B is a single element and that we just pushed back to the stack, right? Now again you can read the next character, that is a C. So as C is an operand, so push that operand into the stack. You can see here. So A plus B is the first element. We can say second element and top element is a C. Now again, that next reading character is a minus. So as this minus is an operator, now here again we need to pop these two elements. So operand 1, operand 2. So what we can do, operand 2 minus operand 1. So operand 2 is A plus B, then operator is minus and then C. You can see here. So pop top two elements, that is operand 1 is C and operand 2 is A plus B. Then result is what? Operand 2 minus operand 1. So we are inserting that reading character, that minus in between operand 2 and operand 1. So that's why result is A plus B minus C. So whatever is this result, A plus B minus C, that we are pushing back to the stack. So here in this diagram, you can see here A plus B minus C, we just push back this result. Now again, we can increment this. So this we can say end of string. So we can pop whatever the top element and that you can print here, right? So this is end of string. So we just pop this and that result we can say this is the A plus B minus C. So we can say here, so input expression was the postfix string and output is what? A plus B minus C. This is the infix string. Have understood this? So this is what conversion of, you can see here, postfix to infix expression. You can see here this one, and we just applied this algorithm and we just converted this AB plus C minus this postfix expression to A plus B minus C, right? So this one is the and see, we can put the parenthesis for every the element also. Here opening brace A plus B closing brace, and then again opening brace A plus B closing brace minus C opening brace. Like this also we can write this expression. So this is very simple. I think if you understood this one, then rest all conversions are same. So rest conversions, I not repeat this because they all are using the same method. You can see here. This is the postfix to prefix expression conversion. Whatever the example we have seen, that was the postfix to infix. Now here what we are doing, that same algorithm we are doing here, only whatever this step is a different prefix. So in postfix to infix, that this step was operand 2 character. This is a reading character, or we can say operand operator, and then operand 1. Now in this, as we are converting to the prefix, so first is operator or reading character, that operator, then operand 2 and operand. So you can see here, this is a conversion input A, B, C star B star plus. So this is the input string, and the same thing we can do here. We can insert A into stack, B into stack, C into stack. So these three elements we can push into the stack, and when this operator, that is a star, comes, so we can pop top two elements and perform accordingly, right? So just tell you here. So this is what, if you see here and see, one other method is also here. I'll just tell you. See, A, B, C star, and then plus is the expression. Then what we can do here, you can see here, whatever is the C, the star, we can insert whatever is the previous operand in between these two, we can insert here. So A, then we can say B star C and then plus, right? Now this B star C, this become the single element. Now in next step, A, sorry, opening brace, then star, then again star B, sorry, not this. This is A plus, then B star C. This is a single element, and you can see this one. This is a manual method, we can say, and whatever the methods we have seen in the previous conversion, that same we can use also, right? So this is the postfix to prefix conversion, and this example or whatever the example we have seen in the previous step, that we can see here also, right? So I'm not repeating this again because same thing is there. Now these are the examples. This is what again, prefix to infix. This is again same. So whatever the prefix expression is scanned from right to left, only here that method is different. You need to scan this expression from left to right. Whatever the previous examples we have seen, in that case, that traverse or we can scan, we scan the expression from left to right. But here in prefix, you just keep in your mind, in prefix, you need to scan it from right to left. The other things are same. The if operand is there, push it into the stack. If the operator is there, then again pop top 2 element from the stack and merge accordingly and push back that result into the stack. Right? So this is again same. That one example I have given here. And the last one, we can see here, this is again read from the right to left, and same thing, only whatever is this one, whatever the merging thing, that is in the form of this postfix form. That's it, right? So these are the conversion. So I have just told you the in detail conversion is infix to postfix, then evaluation, and then infix to prefix, right? And also postfix to infix also I just told you in detail, and whatever is the method of the postfix to infix, that same method is for the rest conversion, right? So these are the conversions, the whatever the conversion application I have just told you, right? Now we'll just go for the next application. I just told you here, right? So conversion, expression conversion we just completed, expression evaluation we completed. Now we'll just see decimal to binary and reversing the string, right? So these two, just tell you, this is a very simple application. If you want to reverse any string, so using stack we can reverse it very easily. So these are the simple these steps we can say. Simple application of stack is reversing a string. So to reverse a string, what we can do? So the characters of the strings are pushed onto the stack one by one as a string, as the string is read from left to right. And once all characters of strings are pushed onto the stack, so they all these the elements or the character whatever we push into the stack, so we can pop it one by one and we can print it, right? So these are the simple steps. Example you can see here, right? This is a string, input string. We have the reverse is the input string. So what we can do here, first we can insert this R into the stack. So here we just inserted R into stack, suppose. Then E, then V, then R, then sorry, E, then R, then S, and then E. So likewise, we can insert the characters into the stack like R, E, V, E, R, S, E. And whatever is your top element, the top element is E, right? Now how I can reverse it? I can pop it, whatever the top element, so top is E, we can pop it, decrement this top by one, then E, then S, then R, then E, then V, then E, and then R. So pop it, print it, pop it, print it. So that becomes the reverse string, right? So whatever the string you are considering, so one by one insert the character into the stack, and after just completion of that string insertion, you just pop it, print it, pop it, print it, pop it, and print it, right? So this is the very simple application of the stack. Now, this is the function that you can consider for the reference. So you can change this as per your need. And next is the decimal to binary conversion. So I think you people are knowing that method how to convert on paper the decimal number to the binary number, right? And whatever is this reminder that we can insert into the stack. So here I just shown you. So 1, then 0, then 1, then 1, then 1, and then 0. So all these values just inserted into the stack. Consider this is a stack and this is the top of that top element. And how we can the print it. So whatever the top element, pop it and print it. Then again pop it and print it, pop it and. So whatever is this order, in this order we can print it, right? So this is what decimal to binary conversion, and this is a sample, we can say function, right? So these are the simple applications, and whatever the rest to these parsing well form parenthesis already we have seen in the expression evaluation. If suppose the expression is not having the proper the parenthesis, like if suppose the whatever are the number of opening braces are there, so that same number of closing braces should be there. If anything is missing, then we cannot say that is well formed parenthesis, right? Now second, this application is storing function call is what? Already I just told you that the stack we are using in the recursive function. And also if you are using function concept, so if you are jumping from the calling statement to the definition statement, there also we can use the stack, right? So these are the applications of the stack, we can say, and this is the end of, we can say, stack, right? So if you are having any doubt in these applications and whatever the data structure we have seen, that is a stack and queue, you can ask me, right? If you are having any query, you can ask me.